We're making cookies. Can you hear me? Hello. Okay, we're making cookies. Just your regular run-of-the-mill Toll House. But sometimes you just need some cookies. I apparently make crack cookies. That's what I have been told. You're just going to see a lot of here because I'm showing you the cookies. But I'll move the camera later. I always have a tendency to forget to bring scissors when I'm making these. And I only need scissors for one step. That's to open these fucking nightmares. Hold on. No cookies were touched in the opening of the cookie package with the key. Did that even do anything? I mean, it did. Did it do enough is the question. Once again, this video will be completely unedited, so however it sounds is however it sounds. So, Godspeed. We're in the kitchen. Cooking in the kitchen with Caitlin. So we have cookies. Boom. Those are gonna live there. I make cookies different than people do. Well, I make these cookies different than people do. Because a lot of people, because you're just supposed to, is just... Hello? Diffuk? Is you just peel them off and you set their little squares down and then it's all fine and dandy. But I feel I like a good rolled up cookie's a good rolled up cookie. I read some scripture today. I read Joshua 9 and 10, and I read Psalms 3 through 5. I got some good word out of it. And then I read an entire poetry book for 3 specific poems. It's by a woman named Victoria Hutchins, and it's her debut book. It came out last week. It came out March 18th. It's called Make Believe. And the poem Make Believe made me cry. It's her opening poem in the book, and it made me cry. But some of the poems she has in the book are poems that she posted on Instagram starting in around COVID, and that is the start of my high school years, and a lot of things happened during my high school years that, like, sometimes you just needed this random lady from Houston on the internet. One of the poems has a line. It's about the last day of being alive, and it has a line. I'm not gonna quote it right. Wrinkled with laugh lines and ink under my skin, and that a little joke about how you want your life to be when your last day alive was on my letterboard for almost an entire year. An example that you need to live for this. And a lot of her poems have little, like, reminders that not necessarily everybody would hit, but it hit me, that are just like, no, you need to get through it. If not, one of her poems is about the seasons. So you need to get through it. You need to get to the next season. Because what about this? Or don't even treat yourself like you feed yourself and give yourself water like your dog's life depends on it. Like stuff like that. And it hits specific people, but there's some of her poems and I'm just like, oh my God, that hit me. So I literally bought the book the day after it came out, and I read all 120 pages just to get to this one specific poem. Not even just to get to this one specific poem, to reminisce kind of over high school, just over this woman's poetry, like how much it impacted my life. And not even just like in a big way, in like a little way, and just being like being there kind of way. Like, oh, this lady's doing yoga on the internet, reading these crazy poems that like you wouldn't think are about to stab you in the chest, but they just hit the right vein and whoop, you're dead. And so I read that, I just finished reading it, so I'm making cookies. It's 10:28, so I'm making these cookies because I make cookies every once in a while, especially if I need to, because I need to bake a lot, and it just helps me de-stress. And so I'm baking today because my roommates bought me more cookies yesterday as kind of a plea to make cookies, because everything tastes better if you don't have to make it. So sometimes they trade with making me lunch or dinner if I bake them baked goods, which I never complain about. Observations of the day. So it's Monday, so I had class. I took a test. I took an exam, and I had 2 quizzes today. I did really good on both the quizzes. I did not do as well in the exam, but it didn't mess my grade up as much, so it should be fine. They're setting up for Boys from Oklahoma and the Cross Canadian Ragweed Festival weekend, and so I saw fancy bathrooms. Those like ones that are like you walk up the stairs in the bathrooms. They're not the most accessible things in the world, and that kind of bothers me, but there are accessible versions. But so I saw one of those today, and I saw 5 18-wheelers setting up for various aspects of the 4-day concert series, which I think is really cool. I'm kind of excited for it. I'm not really excited for the amount of people that are going to be here, because I don't like, this town's not built for it. This town's not really built for the college. I mean, it is, because it's a college town, but like, there's some aspects of Stillwater where you're just like, really? Like, your population increases by over 20,000 every August, but like, at a point, like, it's not good. But it'll be really good for Stillwater's economy, and I hope it brings light to some of the things that have happened recently, like the fires and the overconsumption of animal welfare. There's so many animals, especially college towns. Just have so many animals that get given away, especially right after Christmas or right during the school year starts or is about to end. You're like, oh, I can't take care of this dog, I can't take it home, and I'm like, these poor animals don't get that, and then they just get placed in this place, and it's just sad. So hopefully having a bunch of people from out of town brings light to like, so Stillwater's a place. Stillwater has problems too. And so yeah, that starts next Wednesday is when they close the first road, and the concert doors open for concert number 1 of 4 at 3. At 3 on Thursday. I'm always afraid someone's gonna walk in this room while I'm cooking, because I've walked in on people cooking before, and it's always so awkward. It's like when you're in a bathroom that is just one door and the toilet, and someone tries to open the door, and you're like, oh, there's someone in here. It's like it's a one-oven kitchen, so you're like, oh, there's someone in here. Sorry, oven's in use. Ocupado. Ocupado, por favor. Back up. Sorry. Oh. The Midwestern. Oh. This looks like a flag, because I've got this little pan here, so all the cookies are like starred in stripes. That's who deserves respect. Toby Keith. Morgan Wallen did some stupid shit on SNL yesterday night. Or not yesterday night, Saturday night. Because it's Saturday Night Live. And everyone's commenting about it. But, like, he's already done stupid shit. So, like, this is not to be unexpected and shocking. But the amount of people that just don't know who he is and didn't realize and were pissed off about it. And I'm like, he was the wrong person to have on the show because it's the wrong demographic. Like, country music isn't the wrong demographic, but, like, he is. That's just not the person you put on SNL. But the other person, the main person, not the musical guest, is in a show called Amora. I don't really know her. She seems funny though. I mean, she's on SNL. That doesn't actually mean anything. That just means we're famous. And Lauren Michaels likes you, but like, she seemed interesting. I might watch one of her shows, which I guess is the other half of SNL. It's like, oh, your favorite celebrities are doing comedy. That's hilarious. But it's also introducing people to new genres. that are solely watching SNL. And you're like, oh, like, this is a person. Like, that's so cool. Like, what do they do for work? They do that? That's great. So I think that's an interesting concept as well. It's also baseball season, as we know. I'm pretty sure the Rangers lost their game very bad, but it's okay. We're fine. It's Texas. We don't win many games. Except for, I mean, we won the World Series quite literally 2 years ago. Or a year ago. No, 2 Octobers ago. Bake for 11 to 12 minutes or until golden brown. We'll bake for 11. See, the thing with this oven, and I have issues with it, we might bake for 10 and a half. Oh, my nose is running. That did not drip into the cookies, I promise you. That would be icky. But like, set a timer for 10 and a half minutes. But like, there's sometimes we're just, people don't need to be where they are. And baseball's getting a lot of drama right now anyway, because somebody else is using steroids or drugs or some scandal, I don't know, where they're suspended for 80 games and could be suspended for playoff contention, and some dude on the Braves. That is a Morgan Wallen song I do like. Actually, is that Morgan Wallen? Yeah, 98 Braves. I like his music. I don't really care about him, though. I mean, I know he's a piece of shit, but like, isn't everyone? Everyone is terrible until proven otherwise. What is it? Everyone's guilty until proven innocent? Or is everyone innocent until proven guilty? I don't remember. I'm not in politics. Except for that one time where I wanted to be. There's a window right here. I like looking at it. What else did I do today? I ate a chicken sandwich. But there's one guy that makes them. Because my chicken sandwich is just a hoagie with chicken on it. And then at the top of a hoagie, there's nothing else involved. So, there's one dude. When he makes it, he just puts a shit ton of chicken on it. Because, like, he looked at it one time and laughed. And I was like, well, I'm going to eat it. It's like, well, I know you're going to eat it. And I'm like, then serve it to me. Oh. Selena, her murderer, isn't getting parole, which is really good because she probably would have gotten killed if she left parole by, like, what the news is saying. But Selena is a Texas marvel. I love her. She's so good. May she rest in peace. I mean, it's been a while since she's been dead. I think she passed away before I was even born. I think it's over 30 years. But she's good. I like her music. Been listening to Maverick City music today, pretty much. Had a little cry sesh. So, I read the Bible before I read the poetry book because I didn't think I was going to read that much of the poetry book, and then I read the entire thing. So while I was listening to the Bible, I was listening to just Jesus jams, and then I started listening to Maverick City specifically. AC turned on. And then I was rocking out to Maverick City for a while because I really liked them. I really almost saw them live. They were live the Friday of Thanksgiving break, but I just didn't catch, like, that they were live until I was too busy and I couldn't attend. But Willie Robertson is coming to speak here in April. I don't know if I can go yet, but I kind of want to. Sadie Robertson, I've, like, listened to her sermons sometimes, and I watched Duck Dynasty, and they're doing Duck Dynasty again. They're redoing it on A&E, but I don't know. Seems like it would be a good speaker board to go to. I don't know how loud this little AC is in the microphone, but I mean, we'll find out sooner or later. Yeah, this is one of the kitchens. I think there's 3 on this floor. This is one of my preferred kitchens. I didn't like this one at first, but then I didn't like the other one because the burners were iffy, and I like the burners better on here. I need to do my Duolingo too. I did homework. I need to do the government review still. But did I start a show? No, I've been watching West Wing today, and I've just been reading. I need to start a new book, like a book. There's a book that I want to read, but it is, and I thought I brought it back here with me, but it is sitting on my ladder at home, and it's about like a fire escape garden in Brooklyn or something, and I think it's gonna be really interesting read. And I've had it for almost a year and a half, but I just have not gotten around to read it because it's hard to convince myself to read like books, like physical books, and I've just been whipping through books on the Kindle because that is more like, since I can scroll, I can read it faster because my brain's just boop boop boop. But the act of page turning and the act of having a light on near me, like reading in the dark is preferred for me. So like, it's kind of hard to do that with pages of a paper of a tree. It's hard to do that with the tree corpse. But yeah, this is my shirt. I think I was wearing this yesterday. No, was I? Did you see me yesterday? No, you saw me on Saturday. I was wearing this yesterday, but I only wore it for an hour, so I put it back on. It says near Southside on it, near Southside Fort Worth, and then the back just has it bigger, I think. And then it was 40 degrees this morning, so I'm wearing flare leggings currently. Hello? There's all those things here. I'm wearing flare leggings that have pockets on both sides, and my Crocs, because it's 10 p.m. I took my shoes off at like 1 today, so. Actually, I think I took them off at 3, because I like to have my shoes on if I'm still doing work. Unless I'm doing work sitting on my bed. I don't like having my shoes on my bed, unless it's a specific end corner. I had to remake my bed today, because I make my bed every morning. But this morning, I made my, so it was really hot, so my bottom, I sleep with 3 blankets, 2 big ones, and a Bucky's blanket. And my first big one is brown. And that one, I wiggled through and pushed it kind of towards my feet. And then my other 2 ones I slept with how you're supposed to sleep with blankets. So when I woke up this morning, I just kind of laid those 2 back how they're supposed to go, because I was running a little bit late, so I couldn't get the third one. I couldn't get the bottom blanket under, so I fixed that today. Because I lay on my top. So I have a brown blanket. I have an Oklahoma State blanket that I literally bought the day of move-in at Walmart, and I love that blanket. It's so comfy. And then I have a Valentine's Day Bucky's blanket. And so, if I'm, laying on my bed before I, go to bed, I'll lay on top of the orange one, but under the Bucky's one if it's cold, and then on top of all of my blankets if it's warm. So. The testimony of Jesus. This is a TV. I don't know if it works. I mean, it's supposed to work. That's for the internet. It's called WAP. There's a fridge. I don't know if you can hear it. This door leads to a roof. I feel like I was going to talk about something else, but I can't remember what I was going to talk about. I got to pick a persuasive speech topic by tomorrow night. But I don't know what to persuasively speak on. Because it can't be the same as anyone else's. And that makes it hard. Because somebody's doing theirs about teacher pay. And I'm like, that's good. I like that one. I like a lot of the education-based topics. I think I'm going to talk about the arts or public transportation. But I don't know how much I want to talk about public transportation. It's cool and I know a lot about it, but so is art. I know a lot about that too. I've talked about sports photography, and I've talked about concerts, and I've talked about student loans. So I got to persuade. What are we going to persuade? Persuade that arts are cool, that live music is awesome, but also if you don't like live music, that's okay. Festivals and concerts are different. I have very strong opinions. I'm not a festival girl, but that's more because I can't do the heat and I can't do the close. I like being able to have a chair at my concerts. I also don't like sitting on the floor of concerts. I like sitting on the sides so I can actually see, so the people behind me can see, because I'm kind of a tall person. I'm 5'11", but my dad's 6'3". So we are very much like sit down at concert people, especially when I'm wearing boots. I'm a little taller and I'm in heels. I'm like 6'1", because all my heels are really tall because I have huge feet. So you're not going to get small heels and big shoes. You're going to get big shoes with big heels. I also have 6-inch heels. I've worn them once and I almost rolled my ankle. No, I did roll my ankle. I almost broke my ankle a different time I wore them. So it's my fun story. Yay, heels. I'm more of a Converse kind of gal. I've been wearing dinosaur Converse, but I had to switch them out for black Converse for something, and I just haven't gone back to my dinosaur ones yet, because I have a new pair of dinosaur ones, and I have my old pair of dinosaur ones, and, like, I just need to, like, I have, like, this thing when I get new shoes that I don't want to wear them, because I don't want them to, like, break in, but, like, you have to break in your shoes to wear them more, and, like, I don't want to get them dirty because they're clean, but, like, the whole point of having shoes is so they're protecting your feet. It's more just like a psychological thing, I guess, but there's like actual terms, and I've had deep conversations about it before with somebody, I can't remember who, but like the process of doing that is like a big step in change, and like it's not actually a change, but it's something you can control, but you can't control because it's shoes. I don't know. I texted one of my friends today, she was super homesick. It always makes me homesick to talk about others being homesick too, because I just want to give them a hug, but I can't. Because, like, I'm away from home, they're away from home. Yay. I sound like I'm on the verge of tears. I probably am. I need a good cry. I cried yesterday. I was so tired. My head hurt so bad. I had, like, a blinding, like, I couldn't see. Like, blinding pain is real. And I, like, could not see, and I couldn't do my homework really well. Those look good. So the thing about this oven is the bottoms will be burnt to hell, but the tops won't look like they're cooked. These are squishy. These are such a fun shape. Ah. But I'm gonna let them sit and kind of cook on the thing. I can't take a picture. They look so silly goofy. They're great. How long is this? This is only 22 minutes. My last one was 40. It was 43, even though I made a joke about it being 42. Because it was like, when I noticed it, it was like 42:40, and I was like, damn. And then I kept talking. But I baked cookies. I guess I can show you what the cookies look like, even though I don't usually bring you places, because here's my cookies. But the cookies will probably be the cover of this video, like my Slims was the cover of the last video. Even though I didn't show the Slims in the video, I ate the Slims hours before. And I've got this little blue plate and the spatula. And I'll cut the cookies with the spatula and then pick them up and plop them on the plate. And they'll melt into each other, and they'll be the greatest thing ever. Cookies from a container are not the hardest thing to make, but just having a very unpredictable oven, sometimes it can make it really difficult. But that's all I've got for you today. I didn't even think I was going to have time to film this, but since I was making cookies, I had an empty kitchen. But I'll see you later. Mwah. Bye.